Hey, everybody, listen. If y'all was waiting for me last night, I'm so sorry. I set up the show, I'm ready to go, and all of a sudden, lights out. Every single light in the neighborhood was out, and it did not come back up until like 12:30 a.m. in the morning. But anyway, people, listen, that was yesterday. We're here today. And today is trending topics. It's Sunday, the first day in February. Can y'all imagine? Crazy. The first day in February. Just so crazy how fast time goes by. But anyway, guys, y'all here. I'm happy you're here. Now, let me talk about some things really quickly that are not a part of today's agenda. You know, these Epstein files are really going to just, I feel like, tear the world apart, so to speak, for lack of a better word. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's just going to bring about a whole bunch of chaos because now they're saying, Jay-Z is in the files, Beyonce's in the files. They're dropping videos with Epstein leaving with young girls, chasing girls around his house. I don't know what's with everybody in this videotaping. There ain't but so many videotapes of me, and if there's a whole bunch, I obviously don't know about it. They was taken in secret, but I'm not videotaping my every moment and every second, and I'm not even doing anything crazy. So I just confuses me how you doing something crazy in this world, and you videotaping it. You have got to be dumb, stupid, or both. But they're slowly dropping these videos, and it's getting crazy. It's getting chaotic. So Lizzo tried to come out and defend Jay-Z, and honey, she had to end up deleting her Instagram because the people was coming for her neck. And she was the wrong messenger anyway. Because wasn't it just 365 days ago that people from her team was accusing her of doing some crazy stuff? Listen, bananas. But you know what? So I went to church today, had a good time in church. And because it is Black History Month, just like that, the church had like an expo, like a Black expo. It was really cool. And there is one of my subscribers actually goes to the same church as I do. And she was one of the vendors. And so good times today. But I bought this you're not going to be able to see that well because it's so light. You can't really see. But anywho, I bought this perfume from her, cologne from her shop that she had at the Black Expo. I had a chance to sample it first. It smells pretty good. But listen, if you ever out and about on the streets, y'all know my face. I don't know y'all faces, but if y'all see me and you want to say hello to the diva, okay? Because I'm going to speak back. Yes, I will. Say hello to the diva. And you got a little shop or whatever. And I could come by and visit. If I'm in the area, I will come by and visit. But yes, shout out to my sub. You know who you are. We had good times today. We was in church, and I bought her little signature perfume there. So yeah. Monique, you know about this brand? You know about this collection? It smells good. I could throw it on. Actually, I'm going to a lunch next Sunday after church. I'm going to a lunch. Maybe I'll wear that set next Sunday. Oh, okay. Do you like the brand, Monique? Let me know. Yeah. So I bought that today. Anyway, listen, people. It's Sunday night. It's trending topics. It's probably gonna be just the diva up here, but work with a sister. We got Princess Love. Ray J said that wait, let me back up. The title is Do We Forgive? Oh, you don't see the link? Let me drop the link out there again. Hold on one second. My people don't see the link. Hold on, let me drop it out there. Paste. I just dropped this, Savannah. Why can't I pin this message? I don't know why it won't let me pin it. It's weird is that it won't let me pin the message. put this using timeout. No, hide this channel. Let me see. Let me end that poll and see if I could pin it now. No, for some reason, I don't know, because I had this this up for so long, it won't let me pin it. Does anybody else see the link? I'm gonna drop it again. I just dropped it. It won't let me pin it, Savannah. I just dropped it again. Are y'all seeing it? No. Oh my God. Let's see. Is it because the link is fire? Because this is an old video? Let me see if I do it this way. Okay. Are y'all seeing it now? Okay. Yes, there it is. Okay. I had to do it a different way. That was funny. Thanks for it. Won't, if for whatever reason, it will not let me pin it, which is crazy. Yeah, it won't let me pin it to the top. All right, so it won't let me pin it, but the link is there. The link is there. If anybody else needs it, let me know and I'll drop it again. So listen, people, it's Prince's Love. Ray J is claiming he has months to live, that his heart is bad. And so hence the problem when you want to drink, smoke, and this came out of his own mouth. So Diva ain't got to say allegedly. These are his words. Taking 10 to 15 pills of Adderall a day. He said it all caught up to him. He thought he was invincible. So Prince's Love did have a restraining order against him, which was going to prevent him from seeing his kids, but she dropped it. You know, I admire the women who can just get over stuff quickly. And I really do admire her for this, because if he got limited time left, what you don't want is in this limited time him not to be able to see his kids. So shout out to Prince's Love, but we're going to talk about how Prince's Love dropped the restraining order, and, you know, so that Ray J could see his kids, I guess, for the limited time he has left. So holla at Prince's Love. We're going to talk about Prince's Love. Then we're going to talk about this corrupt judge. You know, I don't know. To me, this is just me. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. But to me, if you're making six figures, you're making a good salary. You're making a good salary. You're not going to be the average worker. When I say the average worker, like perhaps being a manager, not like upper level management, like perhaps being a manager, you know, you're not going to make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 unless like certain jobs, I guess you do, but it's not just the average, right? So, but when you work your way up to be a judge and you still find yourself doing criminal activities, okay, I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. So this judge found herself making doing criminal activities. Now she's under fire, and I'm just like, why? Then again, do we forgive? We're going to talk about Cardi B. Cardi B, when she said she knew about Stefon Diggs, what do you call it? Extracurricular activities for a long time now. Okay. That how he was a womanizer. But she decided to get with him anyway. But once she found that he had 4 babies in 1 year, she allegedly issued a stern warning to him. Like, clean up your act, dude, or I'm out. I don't know how a person who was just a womanizer 365 days ago can all of a sudden clean up their act. But good luck, Cardi B. You know one thing I could give to her too. When she stands by her man, she's a stand by her man chick. Because she's standing by her man. Come on, Monique. Now she's out. She's standing. Child, listen. Now he's her baby father. Once you get with somebody and they have bum behavior, it would behoove you not to have a child by them. But if you do, like you said, you stuck with them for at the very least 18 years. So you're doing time. You may not be locked up and shackled behind bars and the people telling you when to come eat, when to wash, when you can go to the bathroom, when you can see a doctor. But you're doing some time. When you have a child with somebody that you don't even get along with. Listen, people. She gave a womanizing an ultimatum. Good luck, Cardi B. You ain't never lied right here. Listen, people, y'all know what time it is. It's time for me to bring the people in the building. I need a what in the chat? I need a choo choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Sunday night trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. The title is Do We Forgive? We got Princess Love. Show Ray J some love. We got the corrupt judge, and we got Cardi B issues a warning. Let me bring the people on in the building. Hey, Savannah. Hey, Katrina.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Diva. Hey, Van. Hey, in my opinion.
Hey, Diva. Choo choo.
YouTube, we're going to start with this corrupt judge. Let me share a screen. And thank y'all for all your support last night when I couldn't get in the building. I think here we go. Let's share this.
A Detroit judge finds herself on the wrong side of the bench tonight. The feds have charged 4 people in a corruption scheme, including the judge, her father, and a guardian. They're accused of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from people at risk and unable to care for themselves.
Just stunning. 7 investigator Heather Catallo is here now after exposing allegations of corruption for over a decade in Michigan's guardianship system. And now this.
This is a huge federal probe. Families have complained for a long time that the guardianship system makes it far too easy for people with power to take money from the vulnerable. And that's exactly what the feds are alleging this judge and her co-defendants did.
Andrea Bradley Baskin, P70474, here on behalf of Ms. Nancy Williams.
A lawyer turned judge who once defended a local guardian in court is now her co-defendant in a federal corruption case.
She looks forward to her name being cleared in these charges.
Before Andrea Bradley Baskin became a 36th district court judge, Bradley Baskin and her father, attorney Avery Bradley, often represented guardian Nancy Williams. Williams' guardianship agency, Guardian and Associates, was appointed to be the fiduciary for more than 1,000 cases in the Wayne County Probate Court. When a probate judge declares you legally incapacitated, a guardian can have total control over your medical and financial decisions, often with very little oversight. In this indictment unsealed Friday, Judge Bradley Baskin, Avery Bradley, Williams, and Dwight Rashad were all charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud in what the feds call a years-long scheme to embezzle money from Williams' incapacitated wards. Bradley, the judge, and Rashad are also charged with money laundering.
Ms. Williams is definitely a responsible citizen.
Williams was previously convicted of election fraud for forging signatures on her ward's absentee ballots. The feds say Williams and Bradley Baskin allegedly took $203,000 for themselves from one ward's legal settlement. Rashad ran group homes, and FBI agents say Williams allegedly paid him rent for wards who never lived in the homes. According to the indictment, Judge Bradley Baskin is accused of using $70,000 of one ward's funds to purchase an ownership stake in a bar, and she's accused of using another ward's money to pay for a lease on a Ford Expedition.
The fact that a judge and an attorney have now been indicted, it shows just how brazen folks feel like they can be. And I also think it shows they're very aware of the holes in the system because there aren't that many checks when it comes to how a fiduciary operates.
Nicole Shannon is the systemic advocacy attorney at the Michigan Elder Justice Initiative. She's been fighting for guardianship reforms for years and says she's grateful the FBI is investigating this.
We know this is happening every day. Stronger expectations for documentation, transparency, meaningful review and reporting, those are the types of things that could really impact the future and prevent these types of things from happening.
Judge Bradley Baskin is also charged with one count of making a false statement to a federal law enforcement agent. Her attorneys told me as of right now they're not commenting on this. I have reached out to the lawyers for the other defendant. So far, we've not heard back from them. Court records show they all pleaded not guilty to the charges in court today. Carolyn and Simon?
All right, Heather, thank goodness you're shining the light.
So this is what's happening currently to Wendy Williams. What is interesting to me, though, is that they're investigating can somebody investigate Sabrina Morrissey, who probably took millions from Wendy? And I'm not saying, yes, Monique, a legacy ruined. The dad was a lawyer. You was a lawyer that became a judge, and y'all did this over $70,000. It was more than that, but $70,000 to buy ownership in a bar, $25,000 to pay off a lease. Come on, lady. You have got to be kidding me. Detroit judge embezzles thousands from vulnerable and incapacitated people to buy a bar and a new Ford Expedition. A Detroit judge allegedly embezzled tens of thousands of dollars from vulnerable and elderly adults to buy a local bar and a $62,000 new car. A Ford Expedition is $62,000? Good grief. I didn't know they cost that much. Andrea Bradley Baskin, 46, a judge for Michigan's 36th District Court, has been accused of using laundered money to buy the now closed Chicks Bar in Detroit, a new Ford Expedition, and cover her rent for the entire year, an indictment said. Bradley Baskin was indicted along with 3 other people, including her father, Avery Bradley, 72, in connection with the years-long scheme, according to prosecutors. The father-daughter duo allegedly conspired with Nancy Williams, 59, and Dwight Rashid, 69, to systematically funnel funds away from vulnerable adults under their purview. Williams is the owner of Guardian and Associates, a fiduciary agency for more than 1,000 incapacitated people, while Rashid owns residential properties housing the elderly and incapacitated. Bradley Baskin and Bradley's law firm represented Guardian and Associates, which would place vulnerable adults with Rashid's housing and would collect kickbacks, according to the indictment. Williams is also accused of using the victims' money to pay rent to Rashid, even though they were not living at his facilities. The judge is accused of using $70,000 of one ward's income to buy Chicks Bar, the indictment viewed at by the Daily Mail said. That's her. Like Monique said in the comments, you ruined your legacy. What a fool. She also allegedly used awards funds to sign a 2-year lease on a Ford Expedition SUV, the indictment alleged. Bradley, Williams, and Rashid are accused of laundering more than $203,000 from a legal settlement one victim received. The state judge and her cronies allegedly abused the high honor for personal gain by preying on the needy protected by the court. U.S. Attorney General F. Gorgon Jr. said in a statement, "This would be egregious abuse of our public trust. Prosecutors allege the foursome are guilty of looting bank accounts, exploiting legal authority, and profiting off those who relied on them for care and protection. No matter who you are or what your position is, it is entirely unacceptable to help yourself to money that is not yours," Karen Wingard, special agent in charge for the Detroit field office, said in a statement. All 4 were charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud over alleged crimes dating back to 2016. Bradley is additionally charged with wire fraud. He, his daughter, and Rashid have been charged with money laundering. The judge also got hit with a single count of making a false statement. It is not uncommon that probate courts assign guardians or conservators to those legally ruled unfit to care for themselves. Those appointed to care for the individuals are required to work in the best interest of their wards. The Daily Mail has reached out to Bradley and Bradley Baskin's lawyers. It's unclear if the others have sought counsel. Oh my goodness. What a disgrace. Savannah, your thoughts?
While you were reading this story, I was only thinking of Wendy Williams and her circumstances, and I kept asking, what is the difference between these two besides the obvious as we see? But this is a whole judge here. Sabrina is Wendy's overseer, or but this is a whole judge who preyed on the vulnerable and special need, and knew exactly what loopholes and what she can cover up and not put in a report, and just how to take advantage of the less fortunate. So I have no empathy for her or her scheming dad. What bothers me now is that every trial, every ruling that she has had can now be looked at, and those defendants that she sentenced, their rulings can be looked at as being tainted, and they can be overturned. They can sue her for they can file civil suits for their rights, and sue her for damages or even restoration. So some of them may be criminals, but she has made it where now they have a get out of jail free card because of her greed, her needs for a Ford. She didn't even get a Mercedes S-Class, a G-Wagon. She got a Ford, and $70,000 to get a bar that is now closed. So I have absolutely no empathy. I need the daddy should have been on the other side with her as well. This is just it's so unfortunate, especially when you have people of color, whether they're Black or brown, or even they get into these positions, and when they get there, they think just like you say, Diva, I'm going to do as the others do, knowing, and especially with this FBI administration, they are going to use her as an example, as they should, and strip her of her law license, which should have happened already, which took probably years for her to get, and money, and I am just so sick, and I hope that the people that she stole from, her and her daddy stole from, get their money back. And if there's criminals let out loose in the street because of her greed, of their greed, then this is on them. This isn't, and this is going to cost the city so much money. It's so sad. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for her. And for you to sit up there and say, I'm a good person, I do from my church and my community. You stole from your church and your community. And years, I saw the dates on those charges that you read off. It's been years they've been investigating this woman and her dad. So I have no empathy, and I really hope she spends some time in jail with the very people that she put up in there.
I agree with you. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Well, she learned from the best. So that daddy taught her how to do this stuff, and she has a staff that's out there ready to take anybody's money. So if you got any kind of settlement or whatever, she was taking money. If you had a conservatorship, she was taking your money. This lady is a doggone criminal. Her and her dad. I don't know how many crimes he probably done committed that they didn't know about for him. This is a criminal system. And it's really sucks because you're in a position of power where you're supposed to know what's right and wrong and actually hold people accountable. But you can't even hold yourself accountable. So I can't expect you to hold nobody else accountable. I want them to get jail time. I want them to get fined. And I want the people to get their restitution. Because it's not fair that they lose their thousands so she can sit up here and buy trucks and support other men or whatever she doing, because I ain't buying that she spent all that money on just a club and a truck. Miss me on that. She spent something else on something else. I ain't buying it.
Yeah, you know what I think it is, in my opinion? I think they just haven't, like found
They ain't
everything.
found the money trail yet.
Right, right, right. I think it's gonna be nasty. Katrina, your thoughts?
Child, that money is overseas somewhere. Um, my thing is how. I mean, you're a probate judge, right? She was a probate judge.
I don't really know what type of judge she was.
I'm saying if she a probate judge, the only probate judge can do is do homes, marriages, license and stuff like that. They don't like, stand in court over like different cases or anything like that. So that's one thing that they can get her on. But what gets me is they've been investigating this woman and her dad ever since 2016. And y'all just now coming up with the information. And then why are you even leasing a Ford Expedition? I mean, you got the money. You could have went on and just bought the thing outright. Don't you know these people are going to be watching her, especially being the color that she is? They're going to be watching every move you make. And you went your tail out there and did the stupid things that they expect for you to do. And then your dad need his butt whooped for allowing you to get involved in that and you doing it with your child. Why are you committing crimes with your child when she's a judge? She's made it. And here you a lawyer, but that's still not good enough for y'all. You still want more money. You want more money, want more money. And what that's getting you? Now you finna go to court. And now you're gonna have to pay another lawyer the money that you stole from these people. You're gonna have to pay that lawyer, then you're gonna have to pay restitution and everything else. So what did you gain from that? So I mean, like you said, you play stupid game, get stupid prizes. And another thing, and I'm with Savannah. Y'all looking at these people, but Wendy sent up there crying, 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 and y'all still ain't investigating that judge because they still taking her money. And this is ridiculous on all levels. And them three, it's just sad. You get in these positions, we get in these positions, and what we do, we end up messing it up for ourselves and have other people looking at, well, yeah, that's another one. They're gonna get in trouble too. You you have made it. You made it, girl. And you
Mm.
messed it up. I mean, you a judge and you messed it up listening to daddy. What am I at? I mean, this is ridiculous. Y'all, yeah, they get it. They deserve everything they get because you can't be that stupid. I'm glad I never had them for lawyers because, child, I'll be in jail. But that's all I got to do.
Thank you. Katrina, your thoughts? I said Katrina. Wait, I'm sorry. You just
Went.
right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody went, right? Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll into the next because I was reading what somebody said to you. They said say it, Katrina, and then I said, Katrina, your thoughts. Okay, I'm gonna roll into the next story. And the next story is, hey Juice. The next story is I'll do Princess and Ray J. I think Princess, listen, their relationship was toxic, but I do think that Princess Love always gave him the benefit of the doubt. And yet again, she's doing it again for the greater good of her kids. And I'm proud of her. Princess Love drops protective order against Ray J in his Pow Pow case after singer claims he has months to live. Ray J is officially allowed to see his children following an alleged incident involving a pow pow in November 2025. The actor was snapped looking affectionate with a strange white Princess Love after hearing at the San Fernando, Los Angeles courthouse on Friday, during which a judge agreed to amend a protective order that kept him from seeing her and their two children, Melody 7 and Epic Norwood 6. The restraining order was modified to allow Ray J to have unlimited contact with his children and wife. Ray J's attorney confirmed the page 6. Princess Love and Ray J's mom, Sonia Norwood, gave evidence during the half-hour hearing. The mom of two was said to have explained that Epic and Melody missed their father. The children have been asking about him. They are worried about his health issues. She said, I would like them to see their father. They would not be in any danger. Again, that was very nice of her. You see the mother back there. Is the one in the red shirt his father? I don't think that's his father, is it? That's Ray J, and there go Princess Love. But that's his mother in the back there with the gray hair. So God bless Princess Love, right? Princess Love, who filed for divorce from the actor for the fourth time in February 2024, accompanied Ray J, 45, outside the hearing. He wore a gray suit and appeared vibrant despite a recent claim he won't live past 2027, following a severe bout with pneumonia earlier this month. Princess Love stood alongside him in a beige trench coat. The One Wish crooner was arrested in November 2025 after allegedly brandishing a pow and threatening to shoot a man during a Thanksgiving live stream with Princess Love and their children present. An allegation he denied in December, telling TMZ he would never point a pow at anybody, including Princess Love. The singer was released on $50,000 bail and was subsequently charged with 6 misdemeanor offenses by the Los Angeles County Attorney, including brandishing a firearm, use of force, and child endangerment, per Fox LA. Earlier in January, a source told TMZ that the Love and Hip Hop personality had been admitted to a Las Vegas hospital for heart pains as he battled a severe case of pneumonia. He then predicted he had months to live. In a social media clip. 2027 is definitely a wrap for me, he said. That's what they say. I shouldn't have went this hard, bro, he continued. My baby mama be straight. My kids going to be straight. If they want to spend all the money, they can spend it. I did my part here. And damn, when it's all done, burn me. Don't bury me, he added. The bedridden Moesha alum also spoke with TMZ, revealing that he been told to continue bed rest and take several heart-related medications, including Jardiance and Entresto. He also claimed that he was advised to abstain from smoking and alcohol, and said he was considering traveling to Haiti for further treatment. Ray J insisted earlier this week in a social media upload that he almost died following his hospital stay, and that his heart was only beating like 25%. Listen, Ray J got a lot going on. He should have went to rehab, which is crazy. But Princess Love, she gave him and showed him some grace, and I'm proud of her. Savannah, your thoughts?
Sorry, Diva, I'm not going to agree with you on this one. I think that Child Protective Services should be involved in this case. I don't buy Ray J's medical condition. Did anybody see any doctors? I don't believe. We just saw him on here a couple days ago going live, clearly on some type of substance with some fools in the background hyping him up, doing whatever they were doing. He hasn't changed anything about himself. She hasn't changed anything about herself. She likes this. I think both of these supposed to be adults are toxic. They're not stable parents for these children. I am concerned for these kids. I do believe that he pulled the A pow and pointed, and I mean, they were even scuffling during this incident that happened online. Not only that, I think he's also in legal battles with Kim and Chris. I recall reading something about that he is, Ray J has no money. Ray J is broke. I think that this is just all a ploy for him and her to continue being in our social media feeds. I am so sick of these two. Please, this has been going on, so I don't know how long, and I've never watched Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. I don't even know where to. I ain't never seen these two, but I am so sick of them. At this point, I'd rather watch Stevie and Jocelyn for their foolishness than these two people who are clearly toxic, unfit. They're on, because I think Princess is also on something. She has to be. You are not a good mother. You are not protecting your children. You want to protect your children. This man belongs in a long stint rehab facility. I don't buy this that he only has until 27, because if that was true, he would change his ways. But he hasn't done nothing, absolutely nothing, to change his behaviors, his mannerisms, his interaction. It'll be March. What's the next April, Easter? There's gonna be another incident where he's gonna probably go upside her head,
Oh
throw
my God.
her, leave her abandoned somewhere. I don't buy it. They're both toxic. She doesn't protect her children. She's a bad mother. And Sonia needs to get her. Sonia is just as bad. Sonia, I don't get it. This story frustrated me, and we all knew that she was going to run back to raging. We all knew that she was some way or another. Princess Love is going to be back in the news media with her man by his side. This is just all a ploy for them to get on the next reality show to make some money because they're broke and they're using their children and this alleged um, medical incident that he has going on to get back into our social media streams. I'm sick of them. I'm done with them. I don't believe them, and I think at this point, the Department of Children and Family Services should get involved. And we all know how big of a failure they are. So I feel sorry for the children.
Woo! Well, Savannah, you unleashed on them. In my opinion, your thoughts?
I'm right there with Savannah. Um, Ray J is a whole mess. And he can't control himself. And he keeps doing these things. He keeps asking why is this happening to him, but he never changed his behavior. The same time he got on live and told us he was his heart was only functioning at 25%. He was smoking and drinking. I'm pretty sure those doctor told you not to smoke or drink on heart medication, but you're still doing it. So
Mm.
obviously you don't want to make it to 2027. And a doctor can give you that prognosis. That doesn't mean that it's bound by law.
Right.
So it's all in what you're doing. He's not doing anything to correct the issues. So I can't be faithful and hold out faith that he needs to see these kids because when he was seeing them before, he was doing the same thing. So what's changing? What changed other than him went to the hospital? Whoop to do? Everybody go to the hospital, so we should let everybody that go to the hospital have their kids back? No, we shouldn't. Let me tell you something. The first time you put my child in danger, that's gonna be your last time. You ain't gotta worry about me no more. And as many times he done went upside her head or threw her in a pool or smacked her, she should have done learned by now. A man ain't got to tell you but once. He gonna keep on doing it. And if she keep on running back, that's her benefit. But to take those babies and put them at risk is heartbreaking. And I don't want Sonya to stand up and say nothing because this is a train wreck. These are your grown kids that's out here acting a donkey out here. It's a train wreck. He ran this tour up there trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Like he is just a train wreck. And then he was talking about doing all these shows, these dating shows. He gonna have Ray J ready to love again. You think they ain't gonna be drinking and smoking on there? Man,
Mm.
stop. I'm through with these people.
Mm. Thank you. In my opinion, Katrina, your thoughts?
Reggie loved again, so when he find love, what he gonna do? Die on the same day? Anyway, and Savannah said she want to see Stevie. This is so ridiculous. But you know what? Princess got exactly what she was looking for. You really, I mean, the way that you treated Tierra, the way that you see how he treated Tierra and Monique's, and this is what you was pining for. So you was pining for this man. Now you got him. He ain't what you thought he was gonna be. Now you sitting back saying that he was doing all this with the pow pows and went across your head and did this. And he said he went to the hospital and the doctor told him his heart was operating at 25%. Now, I don't know their money status, but if Nene's son had a heart transplant, why you not out looking for one? Ray J be telling some lies to get sympathy and to open up show to get people watching his shows and stuff like that. I'm not saying that he's not telling the truth now. I'm just saying he be telling lies to get you to watch these shows. The same thing when he was with Zeus and Lemmy. Cause see, they all started Zeus together, but Lemmy ousted them out some kind of way because they had a show on Zeus. So you have to take Ray J with a grain of salt because you like him because of the way he be doing on the show, but then Ray J, you was a mess. You know, because I mean, you're a mess. And like I said, she got exactly what she deserved. She took money from Floyd Mayweather, tricked him out of money. Then you went on this show, and now look, you think you should have just stayed with Floyd. But either way, both of them. I mean, yeah, just throw both of them in the trash because I can't. They both crazy. They both crazy. But that's what you was pining for, and that's what you got, and now you stuck with it. So we'll see how it goes. Right there, we hope you make it through 2017. I mean 2027, babe. That's all we got. That's all,
Ooh,
Diva.
all right. Ooh. All right, y'all was rough on Ray J. So the title is Do We Forgive? But I guess the panel ain't forgiving Ray J. They said we're not here for you. Magic root from Haiti. Yeah, I don't know. He claimed Haiti got the treatment, but if your heart's not doing that well, you're gonna make it that long flight to Haiti. I don't know. It's just a hot stinking mess. We're gonna go into this last story. Cardi B telling her man like he needs to calm down, or I guess she's out. I don't know. Cardi B issues a harsh warning to Stefon Diggs after he has 4 kids with 4 different women in 1 year, the report says. Cardi B has reportedly warned boyfriend Stefon Diggs after he welcomed 4 children with 4 different women in 2025. She's been very clear with Stefon. If he messes up, if another woman comes forward with a baby after they become official and started a family together, she's done. An insider told The Sun in a report published on Saturday. She told him plainly that if he cheats or has a child behind her back, it's over. Diggs 32 welcomed Charlie Harper with Eileen Lepora in April 2025, a son with Kiana Barbara in 2025, and a daughter with Kay Benji, also born sometime in 2025. Plus, Cardi B gave birth to their son in November 2025. Lepora dropped a paternity and child support lawsuit against him earlier this month. Page 6 confirmed Lepora's attorney, Tamra, previously claimed a paternity test proved that Diggs is the father of Charlie. The paternity has been confirmed. Mr. Diggs is the father of the child. Emmerich told us in November, adding that Mr. Diggs has acknowledged his daughter. Still, the Bodak Yellow rapper is said to be loyal to the New England Patriots wide receiver, despite the fact that she hates the drama. Cardi has known since day one that Stefon had a reputation as a womanizer and has seen multiple women in the past. But her love for him is above all of that, the source explained to the outlet. She tried to think love was going to win it all with Offset. No lessons learned. But anyway, she knows he has been faithful since they made things official and that he's been transparent about his previous relationships, only seeing her since they committed to each other. The insider also divulged that the Grammy winner who shares daughter Culture 7 and Blossom 1 and son Wave 4 with her estranged husband Offset loves that the NFL star is not a deadbeat dad. She believes he's a present, loving, and supportive father they share. Diggs kickstarted his family in 2016 with the arrival of daughter Nova, whom he allegedly shares with ex Taylor Marie. And according to the Sun source, the rapper 33 has no problem with his large family. She sees his children as an extension of the family and enjoys when they are all together, spending time as one big extended family, the source shared. She doesn't harbor hate towards Stefon exes or the mothers of his children, they added. She doesn't judge, she just wants everyone, especially the kids, to be happy and grow up in a stable, healthy environment. She also does not get upset when people talk badly about him, seeing it as disrespect, a second source for the son shared. She had arguments over how some people address or treat him in public, but she's learning how to handle it better. The Sun source said that when the rapper loves, she fights for her man. Period. They added, she talks him often about how the best navigate situations involving multiple baby mamas and co-parenting. She gives him advice on being the best father he can be, and he appreciates the constant support she shows him. Rest for Cardi B and Diggs did not immediately return page 6 request for a comment on Saturday. Cardi B, who filed for divorce from Offset for the second time in July 2024, went Instagram official with Diggs in June 2025. She confirmed her pregnancy with the pro athlete who is set to play in his first Super Bowl next month, back in September. I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. She told Gayle King on CBS Mornings at the time. Listen, that's her baby daddy. That's her man. She love her man. Is she standing by her man? Savannah, your thoughts?
Another person who makes my blood boil when they're in these social media streets. I just this and my problem with Cardi B is that she gets a pass on anything and everything that she does. Cardi, from my understanding, is supposed to go on a big tour this year. I think it starts sometime this month.
Mm-hmm.
And he is getting ready to play for the Super Bowl next week. So these two are going to have to be on different sides of the states of the country, and it's going to introduce opportunities for him to add more children. And she's not going to do nothing. She's going to continue to accept it. This is like Khloe Kardashian in 2.0 in my book. I think this is Cardi's just another version of Khloe. These two, when they have their disagreement and always on social media, because Cardi's addicted to social media. She's always on there fussing at everyone who says anything negative, whether it's about her parenting or her relationship with her man. What I really wish for Cardi, and I'm not a fan of hers, is one, stop doing all this damn plastic surgery to your body. You keep mutilating your body, and I don't even recognize her anymore from her love and jump basketball, wherever the heck she was on whatever show she was, because I've never seen it. And two, get a divorce from your first husband who you supported and did everything for all these years, and continuously fought the public and was completely against anything anyone tried to tell you about this man who eventually Tasha K was right. And I'm not a fan of Tasha K's either, but Tasha K knows how to read Cardi's card and give it to her, and I tend to believe Tasha a lot on. But these people don't know how to keep their private issues private. They love bringing it to the social media realms and getting us involved in their business, but then they get mad when we have an opinion about their foolishness. So they want to come at us for that. So I don't think this man knows how to be loyal. If he becomes Super Bowl champs, which I really am not rooting for them next year, but that's going to introduce opportunities for him to, again, be extra friendly like he was in 24, to have such a busy 2025 year with 3 or 4 children that were born in 2025. I just really think Cardi, with this new tour that she got coming on, she's going to be all over the place. he's going to be going all over the place, and it's going to introduce additional women and new babies into this soup of mess that they have created. So I'm not a fan. I really wish Cardi would start loving herself and realize that she don't need a man to validate her talent, whatever that is, but her talent. Because I know she has a tour, and I hear tickets are selling, and a lot of people are looking forward to this tour. So good luck, but leave us out of it until we hear about the next baby that's coming in May.
Ooh, not more babies, more opportunity, more babies. I can't, Savannah. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Um, so here's the thing with Cardi. I need Cardi to stay away from men and to love on herself and her kid. Put
Mm-hmm.
her kids first. Put all this energy that she keep putting into these men, these no good men, into her children. Um, this is a train wreck Sunday. This is what it should have been called. Train wreck Sunday. Um, I really feel like you can't turn somebody to something you want them to be. They have to want to change for themselves. You can't change somebody. I wish people would tell women, you can't make a man be a man. A man got to stand up on his own, pull up his drawers and decide today is the day I'm going to be a real man. You
Mm.
can't do it by threatening them to leave them and stuff like that. They don't care about that. They going to do what they want to do regardless. And I'm not finna sit here and babysit you to make sure you're going to do what you're supposed to do. I can't do that. And I wish women would put themselves in better positions where they're not having to do this. This is crazy. And we don't need to hear about every time somebody come out with another baby by this man. I mean, we already knew he was a train wreck. You ain't got to come tell us he a train wreck. We knew that in the first place. Um, I just feel like her saying that she knew he was a womanizer, so you signed up for this. So you signed up for it. Don't come tell us about it because you signed up for it. Keep your train wrecks to yourself. You already got one that won't leave you. He won't give you a divorce, and he up here acting like I don't know. I'm telling you, she find the worst men to take care of because that's what she do. She take care of these men and coddle them just like she trying to raise them. But women, you can't raise men.
Ooh, thank you. In my opinion, Katrina, your thoughts?
So now she a cake mama. This is so ridiculous. But you know what? I hate to say it, but Carly, you getting your karma. Because when she started been saying that she used to give men substances and get their money, now these men giving you babies and taking your money. Now I don't know about this one right here, but the thing of it is, girl. And I remember something Chad Okocinco said to Evelyn. He said he's a athlete and he be on the road, and he said there's no way that he's gonna be faithful. And she married him anyway. She talking about, well, just make sure you stop by the pharmacy and pick up condoms. I'm like, good. Anyway, but yeah, and he's not been told that to her face. He didn't say it behind her back. He told it to her face. I'm an athlete. We be on the road all the time, and women be there. And he did it. And this is the thing. They're nasty, girl. How do you even want him after he been with this woman? This you don't know what people got. Just because it ain't showing up right now, don't mean it won't show up later. And y'all ain't using no protection because he can't be using no protection because if he did, he wouldn't be having all these babies out here. And then you going right, and he going right behind. Ugh. Like I said, like and somebody always tell me words are powerful. When she said that thing to Peter Gunn, to my Peter Gunn only giving Tara and Amina babies, this what this man is giving you, babies, and you getting no love. I don't see any love coming from that. I see that you trying to push love into your life, but you can't push love into your life if it's not there. If this man was there for you, honey, he would not be out here messing with these other women. And I'm not listen like Savannah said, you finna be on this side of the world, he finna be on that side of the world. Even when he was on the same side of the world with you, he still was cheating on you. So, you get what you get. And just go into go into rehab and love yourself, girl, because you just really out here just messing, making yourself look stupid as it. I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You know, the saddest part for me was not just Cardi B, a lot of these celebrities who, like Savannah touched on it, just mutilating themselves. It's sad. I feel like every baby, her boobs afterwards get bigger and bigger because she's going back, to me, in my opinion, getting implants. I saw this video where she was practicing for her tour. Her backside just looks a hot mess. It doesn't even, it's not even natural to her body frame or whatever. She just looks so cartoonish now, which is to me super sad when just naturally she has her own natural beauty. And because her kids are coming out looking like the original Cardi B. And it's like, your kids are gorgeous. So I don't know why she keeps, messing with herself. And I think she's going to play around one too much. It's like, the Michael Jackson syndrome. At the end of the day, he didn't even look like himself. He looked nothing like himself, like his original self. His nose, they said he couldn't even breathe through his own nose. Towards the end, no doctor even wanted to touch his nose because they said it was going to collapse. That's how bad it was and how much surgery he already had on that nose. And I just feel like she's headed down that same surgical path. The thing that's probably keeping her together is that, from everything I know, she's sober. She's not, out there drinking, doing drugs or whatever. So that's her saving grace right now. But how big do you need the boobs to be? And I still will never get this booty injections and make your butt bigger. I can't even fathom that one. I can't understand it. Super sad. I'm going to stay connected to this judge story. I already know they're going to slam it to this judge. To the judge, her father, you 72 going to jail. Listen, even if you in your 20s going to jail, but you 72 going to jail and you was a whole lawyer. So now you're going to go down in history, have your law degree ripped from you. And this one, you made it to be a judge. I'm thinking, I could be wrong. I don't know. But I'm figuring a judge salary, don't you think it got to probably be at least $200,000 a year? Even if it was 150, like, there's no excuse to be out here stealing. And as a judge, you got so many opportunities. Write a book. Go on your social media now and give generic judgy advice, like that, so people know. Just so you know, if you rob a bank or you do this, you have the potential to be behind bars for 50 years. There's so many people that with this social media, they got a second gig, and you could have got that 25,000 that you use for the truck and this 70,000 that you use for the bar. With doing your social media right, you could have got all of that money. And aesthetically, she's a beautiful looking woman. So, and it's just, historically, people who aesthetically look a certain way just fare off better. I don't make the rules. It just is what it is. My real point is that she had an opportunity to make the money in a legit way. Instead, she decided to be a fraud. Her, and I think, in my opinion, mentioning when you got your father who's in his 70s doing criminal activity with you, and both of y'all are professionals, it's a sad day in the neighborhood. Sad. But listen, guys, chat with me. I'll chat back. I said it earlier when many of you wasn't in the building. I said it again. These Epstein's files is just really seeming like it's going to just rip the world apart, because now they're mentioning Jay-Z's name, Beyonce's name, and all these other names. It's utterly ridiculous. To me, I feel like unless they was going to prosecute people, the Epstein files could have been kept to themselves. Why? Because all it is serving now is gossip on the streets. It's messy. It's messy. And if there's no plans to prosecute these people, we need to know for what. Anyway, guys, y'all know the routine. Thank you for being here. If y'all didn't hit that like button on the way in, do the diva a favor, hit it on the way out. I'll be here tomorrow night doing recaps at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Roy Air, and then about 8:30 for my own trending topics. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Good night and goodbye, everybody. Choo, choo. Yeah, Jason, they are going to make an example out of her. in the father, in the other people that helped. It's a mess. Good night, y'all.